How you doing, YouTube? Mountain Master Beer Reviews, back to get another review. A little bit of Belgian-esque. A little bit more than esque, because we're starting to get a little bit kind of closer to the homeland with this beer. A little Belgian-esque, hopeful goodness in the form of Barrel Monks Brewing's in collaboration with Fort Lapin Brewery. It's their Patter Rabbit Ale with Hibiscus and Coriander. Yeah. Barrel Monks, not my first Barrel Monks beer. Most of them have come courtesy of Ralph. A couple, actually, the brewery ended up sending off to me, but I'm intrigued by the brewery. They're one of my one of the more interesting breweries that I've reviewed because I love me some Belgian beers, and they do this style while in their own way. Most of them have this kind of Belgian soul. They talk about this cryptic Belgian soul I love so much, and most of them have that. So kind of tickles me pink. Now you're going to be looking now like what's going on. He's got a Barrel Monks beer. He's got a Barrel Monks glass. He's got a Barrel Monks shirt on. It's like I'm a company shill. Actually, no, that's not the case. This beer, this glass, and this shirt comes courtesy of Ralph. Thank you very much, buddy. He sent me this beer off in a beer mail about a month ago. I haven't drank it yet. And then a few days ago, I got this glass and this shirt in the mail as a wedding present. He awesome dude. I'm getting married. You know what? I'm gonna post this on my wedding day. I'm getting married today. Well, not today. I'm filming this a couple days before my wedding, but I'm getting married today, and I figured it'd be nice. Wedding gifts here. Just generous dude. Thank you very much, buddy. Not just for the beers and the gifts, but for everything, for being a cool dude. So hopefully I do this justice. Enough of that yammering. Let's dive into it. More yammering. Like I said, Barrel Monks Brewing collab with Fort Lapin Patter Rabbit Ale with Hibiscus and Coriander. They write on the side here, it's a Belgian-inspired ale, 8% alcohol by volume. On the side here, Patter Rabbit is the first collaboration between Barrel Monks Brewing and Fort Lapin Brewery in Bruges, Belgium. That's the whole kind of close to the home thing I was talking about. This is a Belgian-style triple made with whole dried hibiscus flowers and coriander. Both spices are used very lightly and add to a subtle complexity of this beer. We were proud to host Christophe and the owner and brewer of Fort Lapin and appreciate the opportunity to brew with such a skilled Belgian brewer. We hope you enjoy this beer as much as we enjoyed making it. Let's see. It looks like it was... No, their dating code still eludes me. I believe this is from 2018. It's not all that old, and that's pretty much it. Label-wise, it's cool. It's pretty much lettering on top of their typical champagne-like label outline with a picture of Bruges in the background. Probably the brewery, maybe, right there in the channel. I do not know. Oh, I always forgot. Got that little pull tab here. They're so awesome to give you, even though it doesn't. Oh, okay. Ooh, looks like she wants to come out. Oh no, should be all right. Should be all right. So proper glassware, Barrel Monks. How about that? I don't do that all that often. So proper all around. Got the shirt, got everything going on. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna have to pour this like a normal person. Hopefully, not generate the largest head in the history of mankind. I don't. Everybody out there doesn't think I know how to pour a beer. This one's not going to come out the best because I already started off half-assed. But you know what it is? It's my channel. So deal with it. What do we have here? I mean, it's not pillowy. It's more like a creamy, kind of rocky Cool Whip kind of thing. It's a rocky head, but it's just so... It's that kind of... that collapsing rockiness on the edges, but the inside of it is like a super fluff, creamy, like styrofoam level kind of fluffiness. It's not that kind of pillowy fluffiness you typically talk about. Super aggressive carbonation in the middle, soft golden hue to it. A little bit lighter than what I typically like my triples to be. I like them to be a little bit darker, a little bit murkier. This comes off a little bit Belgian golden strong to me, but she looks the part enough for me to get all kind of happy inside and stuff. See if we can get a nose on her. It has that nice triples, the way they come off to me, and it kind of turns some people off. It's almost like a candied version of Saison. That's what I typically get. I usually get a bit of that pepperiness. I usually get a bit of spicy in there. A little bit of golden apple is usually a little bit in there for me. Triple soup, kind of getting in here, but it's leaning more on the spice end of things. Now, this kind of, what did they talk about? Hibiscus and coriander. Now, coriander I'm getting a ton of. I'm not getting a ton of hibiscus, although I'm getting a bright kind of floral character to it. When it's called hibiscus, I'd call it maybe a residual kind of hop thing going on. But the coriander's big. That's kind of what makes me lean more spicy kind of Saison vibe. So it's almost like a beefed up Saison than a triple to me. And there's an aggressive, sprightly kind of carbonation. You can almost, it's a bursting at the seams to kind of release the gases in it to where you actually get just like this just big punch of just kind of soft, strawy maltiness. She smells nice, not overly sweet, very reserved, while at the same time, again, very much Saison to me. More Saison than it is triple. It lacks a bit of a kind of sweetness, bit of that kind of apple thing I talked about. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. Tastes a triple, for sure. Wasn't getting it much on the nose, but I'm just getting this richness to it. Almost like there's a little bit of Belgian candied sugar going on there. A little bit of sweet, kind of refined kind of sweetness to it. There's like a fleshy plumminess to it. Almost like plum wine, but less sweet than that. Like it's a sweet plum, but not as sweet as like plum wine, if that makes any sense. Coriander's huge. I think you're getting a bit of kind of spiciness from the yeast. I also think you're getting it. I'm gonna add coriander, probably a little bit too much for me, but there's enough sweetness to kind of balance off that coriander. It comes off very dry, very kind of like an over peppered sauce and over peppered food. But it's just enough. It's stopping just before it gets uncomfortable. So that it's not a big thing for me. Yeah, the carbonation's nice. You get very champagne-like, almost like there's the combination of the coriander and how dry that and the yeast comes off. It kind of has a lot of champagne vibes to it. Be weird, almost like they used the champagne yeast, but I don't think they did. It's nice. It's definitely, like I said, when I tasted it, I was like, okay, this is definitely in triple range. I'm gonna backtrack a little on that. It's closer than triple range than I thought it would get. It tastes very Belgian. It tastes very new Belgian, which is hard to kind of even talk about. But with importing the way it is nowadays, I've actually had my fair share of kind of newer Belgian beers. Back in the day when you drank Belgian beers, you were lucky to find out one was a year old, if not newer. But it tastes like a newer Belgian beer, but somewhere between Belgian Saison, Belgian triple. Doesn't get right in that triple range. Lacks a little bit of oomph, a little bit of extra kind of meat on its bones to kind of be a triple for me. I'm splitting hairs here. It's tasty. It's delicious. It is Belgian through and through as far as its soul, as far as what it wants to be. It doesn't taste like an American brewery trying to do a Belgian. It's kind of where I kind of delineate my kind of Belgian-esque, Belgian-style beers that are born in the United States, whether or not they taste like they're born over there, and this one definitely does. The floral hibiscus thing, I haven't really touched on it much because I don't feel like I'm getting it. If it's there, it's kind of hidden behind that carbonation and that coriander. I like it. I like it a lot. It's hard to kind of talk about beers, especially the Belgians. When I taste them, I really start to kind of think a little bit more and get a little bit deeper on them, or try to at least, because there's always so much more going on than a lot of the other beers, than those super hazy beers. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I start trying to pick it apart so much I forget to talk about how good the beer is and get excited over it. I get very kind of like, if you're a musician and you start listening to music, sometimes you forget to just listen to the music and you get too caught up in how the music is played. That's kind of the way the whole brewery or beer review thing happens. Sometimes you get a little bit too kind of caught up in kind of picking the beer apart instead of just stepping back and enjoying the beer. And I'm really fucking enjoying this beer, let's put it that way. Yeah, this is a good beer. This is a good 48-hour mark call for my wedding. So thanks, Ralph. Super drinkable. I've been saying that a lot lately, but I think it's because I've been getting all these really well-made beers. People have been sending me the cream of the crop. I've been saying chuggable a lot, saying drinkable a lot, but they are. I mean, this is... I'm honestly going to say this right now. I kind of wish I didn't review this, and I wish I saved it for my wedding, and I popped it as a food beer. It's kind of where it works for me. It's robust, it's big, it has that big coriander going on in there, and it has that nice kind of enough sweetness to balance it off, but it's not sweet enough, so I think there's some holes and some gaps some food would fill with this, especially like a bit more refined kind of wedding style food, a little bit of, what would I put with this? Nothing go basic, but, fresh greens and kind of chicken shit like that. I'm not a big food pairing guy, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about that, but something complement that coriander and complement that little bit of kind of sweet. I'm starting to get a little bit of that green apple thing going on, kind of complement that sweetness going on, and I kind of wish I saved it for that. But I'm glad that I reviewed it now. That way I can do the whole thank you very much, Ralph thing, and post this on my wedding day. It'd be pretty freaking awesome. So there you go. Anyway, man, this is going to be a long review. Hopefully you guys stuck around. Which is, I shouldn't even say that, because it seems like when I get into Belgian beers, they're like twice as long as my normal review. So you guys, if you watch me normally, you know you're getting it for it anyway. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better Belgian style triples. Be very careful to say style. If I don't put style at the end, people will flip the fuck out. It's one of the best American-born Belgian triples I've had, if not the best. It's one of the better triples, American-born or otherwise. It's probably on the edge, not on the outside, not on the inside. It just lacks. It's towing that line between Belgian Saison and Belgian triple. Every sip I take, I get a little bit more sweetness. I get a little bit more robustness. So it's starting to kind of literally and figuratively warm up to that Belgian triple thing that I have in my brain. But yeah, it's tasty nonetheless. Delicious, and a really good representation of the style from a brewery from the United States, albeit with help from somebody from the motherland. Value availability, no idea. Ralph, let us know what's what. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Belgian triples, but you also like Belgian Saison, and you want something in between, towing maybe a little bit closer to that triple range. Because the more I drink it, the more it gets a little bit closer. If you want a nice, delicious, vibrant, well-made dinner beer, I don't think you're going to get any better than this. Especially, American-born. It's just tasty, delicious, and a triple. If you're going to talk about breweries that make Belgian beers in the United States, almost exclusively, you're going to see it. Saison. You're going to see. You're going to see quads. You're going to see darks. You see maybe a couple doubles. You even see some table beers. You don't see triples done all that often. So that in of itself warrants a pickup, especially if you like Belgian beers and you're from the States, more specifically from Florida, or somebody from Florida that's good, nice enough to send you some. Per Ralph. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, over there, Massive Beers, type that in the Google. You find me doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, type that in the Googs and see me doing the podcasting stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice American-born Belgian-style triple right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.